had a fabulous weekend, and we're so happy to see you today. I'm Iso Bondo with this week's WRMS Monday Morning Mashup.
And I'm Casey Day.
Grab your agendas and write this week's events.
This week we will be having common assessments. Remember to try your best and make us read them proud. We know you will do amazing.
Tuesday, January 14th, our 7th and 8th grade boys will host a game against Lone Oak Middle School at 5:30. Let's fill up the student section and cheer for our hounds and show the purple flash that they are in Greyhound country.
The girls basketball team will be traveling to Lone Oak on Tuesday at 5:30. Remember to come support your Lady Hounds at Lone Oak.
Varsity academic teams will practice Tuesday, January 14th and Thursday, January 16th from 2:30 to 3:30.
We are excited to announce that the academic team will be participating in the annual Governor's Cup competition Saturday, January 18th at South Marshall Middle School. It will begin at 8:30. We will be competing against South Marshall, North Marshall, and Livingston County. Good luck, Greyhounds. We know you will do amazing.
We plan to have a routine evacuation drills on Wednesday. The specific times will be announced. Also, there will be no school next Monday, January 20th, due to Martin Luther King Jr. Day. We will broadcast next week's announcements on Tuesday when we return.
Ms. Ford wanted to let all teachers, faculty, and staff let her know if they want any announcements made on Monday mornings. Just send her an email as soon as you know your announcements, and she will be sure to include them. The sooner you let her know, the better.
Remember, winter formal is just around the corner. It will be January 31st from 6 to 8. Tickets will be $10 per person. We can't wait to see our Greyhounds all dressed up and having a great time.
We are extremely excited to announce that our second annual Confetti Talent Show and free community meal will be February 20th. We know that RMS is full of variety and talent, so start preparing your routines.
Start looking for talent show audition forms within the next few weeks. Last year's Confetti was amazing. There's no doubt that this year it will be as amazing as well.
Now let's take it to Madeline for this week's highlights.
I'm standing here with orchestra members AJ Reagan and Kimberly Mosley. Everyone is talking about how awesome our orchestra is and how it's growing bigger and better. Your performance at the concert was amazing. Tell us a little bit about the orchestra program and how you were so good.
Well, we try really hard, and basically orchestra means a lot to me, at least. And if I mess up, then I don't feel very awesome. So I just try my hardest.
AJ, how did it feel to perform in front of such a large crowd at the concert? Because you didn't seem nervous at all.
Well, it felt amazing because before this, the orchestra had no reputation here and no one really knew about it. And it took a lot of self-esteem and self-confidence to be able to play in front of that many people and just show them how amazing the orchestra is.
Keep up the great work.
As always, we're proud of our Greyhounds on their accomplishments outside of the classroom. Didn't they sound amazing, Casey?
They sure did, Issa. Now let's go to Paige with this week's cool class, which is Mr. Rickman and his SpongeBob murder mystery argumentative writing piece.
Can you explain to us what this activity was? We all want to hear about it.
Well, we've been practicing our argumentative writing, so they really struggled as a whole to practice their explanations of things. So this was a good way for them to explain their reasoning, because there was no really right or wrong answer. There was 25 different pieces of evidence and witness testimonials that helped support their claim. So they had to pick a person that they think did it, whether it be SpongeBob, Plankton, Mr. Krabs, daughter, or whatever one, or Squidward, and they had to pick it, and the evidence supported any of the characters they chose. They just had to identify what it was and explain why they chose what they chose.
What did you enjoy seeing the students do as they worked on this mystery?
I think the fact that higher level learning and that higher level thinking, because a lot of them were like one of them said, oh, their feet prints were in the grease, but SpongeBob weren't in there, so they were defending SpongeBob that he was innocent, and that they automatically went to, well, if his feet weren't in the blood and the grease, he didn't do it. So they just really got into that, and then they really used that higher level knowledge of, no, it couldn't have been him because of this, and then they actually kind of get into like a little debates, like when we disbanded it, and it was just kind of neat to see how into it they got.
Well, the kids seemed like they loved it. What part of the activity seemed to be the most fun to them?
I set it up in my room. I had a little cutout, and I set it up in my room, and we kind of did a walkthrough of the crime scene and we talked about it and looked at it, and they really liked the getting up and moving and walking around and seeing what it looked like, I guess, in the Krusty Krab.
It's pretty cool. These 6th graders are blessed to have you, Mr. Rickman. Keep being awesome.
Thanks.
I'm standing here with Jada, Alexis, and Jade. These are 3 students who have completed the Who Killed SpongeBob activity. So, who do you think killed SpongeBob, and why?
I think it was Squidward because he wanted money and he didn't like SpongeBob.
I think it was Mr. Krabs because SpongeBob was asking Mr. Krabs for the raise, but Mr. Krabs kept on telling SpongeBob no.
I think it was Mr. Krabs because SpongeBob kept asking for raise, and every time SpongeBob asked him, he kept giving SpongeBob a lower raise, like something was going to happen to SpongeBob eventually.
Thank you, Greyhounds. We're really proud of your great work. Now back to you, Casey.
How cool is that? I know they will need those argumentative writing skills in 8th grade, won't they, Casey?
They sure will. What a great way to get them prepared while having fun at the same time.
Well, that wraps up this week's edition of Monday Morning Mashup.
Episodes, and we can't wait to see you next week. Remember, Hounds, be Greyhound bold.